Arambe.
Hey, vibes.
Yes, and we are back at it like we never left. The Throwback crew is reporting for duty. This is where we keep it strictly old school. Thank you for joining us as we travel back in time together to put a smile on your faces and some dance in your feet.
Oh my God.
Wow, come back home. You know, reminiscing on old times is so important. They say if you don't know where you are coming from, how can you freaking know where you are going to? Wow.
Funny pause. I just feel like it's too early for Motivation Thursday.
Hey!
Isn't it?
Hey!
You
Never
can
too
start
early.
anytime.
Okay, anyway, it's never too
past
early.
12.
It's never too early for motivation, no. Guys, we see your tweets and we appreciate the love and the feedback. Keep them coming at TVC Connect with the hashtag eSplash on TVC. Electricity should never be an excuse. So you can watch us live online, all right? So go to our website. It's tvcentertainment.tv. My name is Foladile, guys. Welcome aboard.
And you know, it's your home girl, it's your girl right next door. It's the hostess with the mostest. It's the jewel in the crown. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Honeypot.
Honeypot is high, guys. You people are in for a ride today. I don't know what she had, but ever since she got in here, she's been screaming. I'm so worried, but it means you're going to have a good show. So enjoy. Enjoy.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is Royal Highness in Splendors. I go by the name King OJ. Well, you can call me OJ. That's what it is. It is what it is. Yes, what do we have?
I like your shirt, OJ.
No, it's a new year. You should say thank you.
Thank you. Can't I say nice one, then thank you?
Okay, you can say nice one, then say thank you.
Okay.
I love your pair of shoes. Beautiful.
Nice one. Thank you. What do we have for you guys today on the show? As usual, we'll bring you some entertainment story as always, then celebrity birthday shout out, then on Rewind, we'll take a look at what happened on this day in entertainment history.
On Tweetville, Foladile will bring us some laughs and savagery from social media. Then on Where Are They Now, you'll find out what the Nigerian artists we used to love are up to these days.
Yes, and on the Truth of segment, we'll do some ranting. Then you get a recap of the entertainment news. And of course, there'll be Daily Top 5, where we'll be talking about 5 throwback household items. Ooh, looking forward to that one. And of course, we'll wrap things up with a special guest. So don't go anywhere, guys. eSplash will be back after this break.
Ginger!
Oh my God!
Neptune, MI,
Nato.
Little C, and the late Dagreen. 1, 2, 3 remix.
Jam and a half.
Oh,
Like,
goodness.
you should be saying thank you. Like, I should just go on Twitter now, then I say thank you.
Oh
you.
God,
Like,
the lines, the Green's lines on this song.
yeah.
MI's lines,
Listen.
Little
So
C.
even see DJ Neptune, like,
Yeah.
This was one of the hottest hip-hop remixes from a DJ
Yes.
because DJ featuring rappers, you can actually hear the
Yes.
DJ spinning on the track.
And scratching, yes.
Yeah.
Right now, DJs are singing on the track. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome
And can
back.
they
Yes,
sing?
yeah, they do. Yeah.
But shout outs to Nigerian DJs though. And
Shout out.
we were talking about DJ Jimmy Jat and the
Jimmy
jump off,
Off.
yeah. And that video, I was saying how it reminded me of that because he really put a lot of guys on. Olamide did
You
it.
must come
But,
there
like,
and
exactly.
freestyle and rap.
That
I
was
know,
like the
right?
way you showed
Prove to
your
everybody
yes.
that you have the talent.
Yes, and you know, every time I remember DJ Khaled too,
Yeah.
it's what comes to mind. Like, okay, so maybe some people are even taking a cue from him, but he goes all out.
out,
Like,
yeah.
I'm a superstar.
I would say another one. That might be all I would say, but now my job.
Ladies and gentlemen, yes, right about now, it's time for the entertainment news. We start with this one. Shaggy turns down feature on Rihanna's yet-to-be-released album. Yes, veteran dancehall artist Shaggy has reportedly turned down the opportunity to work on Rihanna's forthcoming album, which is said to be heavily influenced by reggae and dancehall. According to sources, Shaggy was contacted to contribute to the project, and although he rejected the offer, he teased that the album should be good. He said, and I quote, "They approached me for the Rihanna project. Yeah, there's a lot of great people involved, but for me, I didn't need to audition to be on the record. I will leave that to the younger guys. But from what I hear, it should be good," end quote. The album, which has been unofficially called R9, as a reference to the fact that it will be Rihanna's 9th studio album, a long-awaited follow-up to her 2016 Anti album. Just last month, Rihanna teased her fans by sharing a meme of a dog dancing to music with the caption, "Update, me listening to R9 by myself and refusing to release it." Rihanna, can you just drop this album?
Listen to your music by yourself. Don't release it now because you have makeup money, so it's okay.
But the
right?
good thing about Rihanna, anytime people just tackle her, because Rihanna doesn't even send people, she's doing makeup, she's doing fashion.
Yeah.
People just go on that comment and say, give us this
Music.
project. Is it your project? She will reply everybody.
Okay, so
is it your business?
okay. So I mean, can we talk about Shaggy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did I hear? Is it that they're going to be auditioning Shaggy? Like that's the proposal?
Honestly, honey pot.
Because see, the thing is, I don't know, maybe I could actually relate to this. You get to a particular point in your career. I mean, you have delivered, you have convinced people that this is what you can do. You have come so far.
OG.
And then...
Heck, I'm even sure Shaggy was one of the guys who influenced Rihanna.
You
get when you think about that side they're from.
That's why most of them have this conversation, as in the real core reggae guys.
Yes.
They tend to claim that the likes of Rihanna, Drake too, they've diluted that sound a little bit. So now working on your project, which is supposed to be influenced by something that will push.
Yeah.
And now, man.
However, I think it's also possible that it's the way that the quote was taken. So maybe they're not doing auditions per se.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a case of
it's like
trying to see what
give us something. Let's hear what you can.
Let's see what will
do.
work.
Me? Because it's
it wasn't me.
It's so insulting. I am so sorry, but it's so insulting. If I was in his shoes, I would have said the same thing. Like, yeah, good vibes. I think it should be good, but you know what? I'm not going to be a part of it.
But I'm really looking forward to the album. I mean,
I am looking forward to it.
2016, like Rihanna has been starving the streets, so it's really nice.
Okay, so I love the fact that some people can just do stuff and get away with it, and I think Rihanna would be one of them. Beyonce, yeah, but you see, there are people who can say that, see, I'm going to just keep my stuff and then you're disturbing them. And anytime they think, they just release it. Like, it does not go.
It's tough in Nigeria. And
it's tough. Yeah. But then I am saying again that it will shock us if it does not get the
acceptance.
Oh.
That she thought. I mean, Rihanna, because
what does she call her fans? Navy.
Yes.
Renave. If I
you will be.
They're counting, I saw somebody's tweet. The person had number of days. Dear Riri, it's some amount of days that you dropped your last project. Like,
okay, so well.
It's the way Wizkid fans are. Wizkid trends almost every day on Nigerian Twitter.
Wizkid one tweet,
I'm not surprised.
and it's trending.
Yes.
No.
And I equally like, Rihanna because she has a good head on her shoulder. Yes. I love the fact that, she went into business. She thought that, this music thing. And, you can get bored just doing one thing. And she went and she's giving Victoria's Secrets like a run for their money. Like she's doing a lot. Beautiful. Interesting stuff. All right, let's move on.
Don't just be.
From afar.
Yeah, from afar. But he said that he's not more interested because that he waited and waited and she wasn't forthcoming.
So, we're waiting for the album.
All right, so let's talk about Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne wants to visit Nigeria. American rapper Lil Wayne has joined the list of foreign entertainers who are eager to pay a visit to Nigeria. He made this known in a now viral video where he was asked where the one place in the world he would love to visit. And, people have been talking about it, reacting to this and all of this.
Ghana, Nigeria.
So, and, the Ghana-Nigerian thing, like the Ghanaians are already, there on social media. And I don't know, why is it that there is always this kind of competition between Nigeria and Ghana? And not thanks to Cardi B. Is it because Cardi B puts us in a very good light that everybody wants to visit Nigeria?
I saw the Lil Wayne video when the lady was just asking him random questions. I said, where's the place that you would love to visit? I said, Africa, I would love to visit Africa. I would love to visit Nigeria. I hear in Nigeria is lit. Like from seeing Cardi B, you just know that when you enter Nigeria, it will be lit. And of course, he said he wants to visit Egypt. Then he now sparked a lot of conversation on social media, like Ghana again. We got Cardi B. She wants to come back. Now Lil Wayne wants to come.
Where
to
you
Nigeria.
at? No, but this
funny bands on social media, man.
And this is really exciting. There was a bit of controversy when Cardi B came with the whole strippers thing and are you glorifying it? You people are hypocrites. On a normal day, you'll not be happy, but now Cardi B is endorsing it, so you are as well. And all that happened, but it was really nice because even apart from that, she really showcased us in a good light. Yes. And it was on her Insta stories, like it wasn't one.
And she's still talking about it
every single time, and she still said she wanted to come back. And you've been to other places, and just so that endorsement, we like international endorsements, so it's nice. And Lil Wayne, who a lot of Nigerian rappers and failed rappers and up and coming rappers. As in,
Influence,
when
yeah.
I say failed rappers, like even guys in secondary school who thought they would be Lil Wayne one day and it never happened. Like he was highly rated and he still is to a lot of people. And so to get that, it's really.
But one
really
thing
nice.
I would say is that please get some treatment, Lil Wayne, before coming to Nigeria, because we would not like our name to be dragged. That says we don't want you to have seizures or any bad thing happening right here in
Oh,
Nigeria.
we try our own Faru.
Moving on to our final story.
Hey,
I'm not
try
there.
our Faru.
I'm not there.
Madness.
All right, guys, this one is a bit of a serious one. Yes, former stripper sues producers of Jennifer Lopez's movie Hustlers. Yes, former stripper Samantha Barbash, who is the inspiration behind Jennifer Lopez's character Ramona in the movie Hustlers, is suing the actor and the film's producers for $40 million. According to court documents, she alleges that her character and likeness have been exploited and is seeking $20 million compensation and $20 million dollars in punitive damages, claiming that the movie producers approached her to obtain consent to use her story as inspiration, but she turned them down after they offered her peanuts. Yes, the former stripper further claims Hustlers portrayed her as using and manufacturing illegal substances in her home where she lived with her child, which she feels is false and offensive. Hustlers, rather, is a true life story film based on a 2015 New York Magazine article titled The Hustlers at Scores, which details the real-life events of Samantha Barbash and other women who drugged and swindled their wealthy clients in order to use their credit cards to run up large bills at the strip club. She was the alleged mastermind of the ring, the ringleader, a.k.a., and was sentenced to 5 years probation for conspiracy, assault, and grand theft after it came to light.
So this is a case of they were not on the same page.
Yes.
Before they went on to producing Hustlers.
movie, yes.
So I'm wondering, like, how do you go against? Because I mean, if this is true, then she has all the rights to sue them.
Which is tough because we always talk about how there's a lot of structure abroad, at least way more than we have here. So you would have expected that they would have done their homework. And I mean, J-Lo is not a random person. Like, she's established. So I really thought that I didn't expect this kind of thing to come up. We've seen true life stories done, as in film-wise, all the time. And so, and there really hasn't ever really been this issue. So to have this happen, it was just a bit like, really. However, I feel like if someone says, I want to do your story, and they approach you and you say, okay, and you don't want to pay me well, then do another story, because we're not on the same page, like you said. So it really, really sucks to have your hard work.
Hard work?
No, your hard work. That's for the people who made the film.
Oh, yeah, okay,
To have
great.
your to have your hard
It's not
work.
hard work still.
It's
That
still
one
hard
that
work
you're
now.
talking
You're
about.
using your
Climbing
body
the-
to make
climbing
your
the
money.
pole
It's
is
hard
not
work.
easy.
You're dancing.
That is somebody's livelihood. Oh.
Yes, no.
So to have your hard work kind of, immersed in a lot of drama like this is a messy thing, because you've made the film, you've made money from it. I also wonder if it's a bit too late to be.
I think that's
kind
why
of-
she's coming up to say all of this right
Yeah.
now. I'm sure they must have negotiated in a way, sorted out one way or the other. Then right now that you're saying, oh, this movie is actually big. It's actually bigger than I thought. And that's one. Number two, why are you exposing me out there? Because I watched the movie Hustlers, and you
Yes.
can see a character
Yes.
with a child in the same house,
Yes.
cooking drugs
Yes.
to give people.
So the
And
thing-
so why are you
wow.
exposing me the more?
Wow.
You're supposed to take my story, but not show the world everything. So I think that's
So
why
what
she's
if
just
she did
pushing.
not? Because she's saying that was not what she did, even if she did it.
Yes.
And you know how we take, biography of
And
people very
exaggerate.
seriously, especially with the fact that I was telling you about the Bobby Brown thing, and I was like, oh, it just pains me that Whitney Houston is no more alive. Because sometimes you think that, what if they're
Your
telling
word
the
Yeah,
against
wrong
mine.
it's a lie, oh, stop, oh.
It's a tough one. It really is a tough one. And like you said, it just shows that they were not on the same page. And I think that's it, yeah.
Okay, guys, that's it on, what's the code now?
Entertainment news.
on stripper's tale.
On Stripper Still. You wanted to give you a name?
Yeah, but I wasn't too keen. So now let's get into this one, and that is the celebrity birthday shout outs. All right, now it's time to find out which celebrities have birthdays today. American actor and voice actor Jonathan Simmons turns 65 today. In television, you might remember him from the series Law and Order. His notable film roles include the Spider-Man trilogy, Whiplash, Kung Fu Panda 3, and Zootopia, to list a few.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday, J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
I really remember him from Whiplash. Yeah, he was that brutal music guy.
And the good thing about people like this, they are talented, super talented actors, and of course their voices, you can even still use them for animation.
He has he has a very distinct voice, yes.
Yes.
The voice actor as well.
Interesting.
Really cool.
All right, so Power fans, get in here. Guess who turns 46 today? Omari Hadwi! Now he's an American actor known for his role in films like The A-Team, Kick-Ass, Tyler Perry's For Colored Girls, and as Andre in the series Being Mary Jane, and of course as Ghost in the series Power!
James St. Patrick.
So-
Is he dead?
Is he?
We watched the series. Somebody shot somebody. But it's James St. Patrick.
Is
aka
there any
Ghost.
likely spoiler in what you're doing?
Yeah, let me drop it right now. Ladies and gentlemen.
Right, who else is celebrating today? Who else has a birthday today?
No. All right, so I thought it was actually going to say more than this,
This
but then
one?
I went to be Mary Jane, and I totally
Yes,
loved him.
you're
Yes,
so-
Jamaican rapper, singer, and record producer Sean Paul is 47 today, guys. Yes, his singles Get Busy and Temperature topped the charts in the United States, and most of his albums have been nominated for the Grammy's Best Reggae Album, with Dirty Rock winning the
Hey.
award. Congratulations, Sean
Come
Paul.
on, get
Happy
busy.
birthday, Sean
Now
Paul.
Celebrate. Sean Paul, it's your birthday.
Oh, wow.
But
All
then
right.
stick to rapping.
Oh, yeah.
Because she's an amateur, but then
people,
she's
leave me
becoming
alone.
a professional. Can you even, do you know that these dudes went on my page, IG, and they were calling me out saying that she's not even a rapper? Both of them. Look at them. I'm going to
I was
fry
supporting you, honeypot.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And we say happy birthday to everyone celebrating today. We move.
Later in the second half, we'll give you that gist of what really happened. Anyway, guys, for now, up next is Rewind. Take a look to find out what makes today significant in entertainment history. Check this out.
Now let's rewind. On this day in 1936, Noel Coward's Astonished Heart premiered in London.
Appendicitis.
What do you mean appendicitis?
Couldn't spell it.
Oh dear.
Would you like?
Also on this day in 1965, the Beatles' 65 album went #1 and stayed #1 for 9 weeks. Finally, on this day in 2002, Michael Jackson received the Artist of the Century Award at the American Music Awards.
The American Music Awards presents Michael Jackson with this year's Artist of the Century Award.
And that's it on Let's Rewind.
Sean Paul.
So that's out till today. We've not
Legend.
seen that Davido Sean Paul collaboration.
We haven't, oh,
We've
my
not seen
brother.
we've not seen the Whiskey Sean Paul collaboration.
We haven't either.
But we've seen the Sean Paul Timaya collaboration.
Yes, we have.
But could it
And
be
he did something
anything-
well that year. Yes.
But could it be anything about attitude? Remember that it was when Cardi B came to Nigeria that we saw that they actually did something together. Like
Yeah, the
Davido
fall-
and
Yes.
Cardi
So
B.
there is actually a 4 remix that Cardi B is on.
Yeah.
However,
yeah.
she
Label-
did an
Label
interview and
dramas.
said that Label didn't let them put it out. So that is also possible, actually. Interesting point, honey pot. Well, we will never know until we know.
Okay.
This is Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and craziness on social media. All right, are you guys ready?
Let's go.
Okay. So engineer Peter tweeted, ATM debited one Baba in front of me without dispensing cash to him. Baba grabbed me and shouted, "You are my witness!" Oh! What is my own now? Only I feel like it's something you can do. Because you have your dramatic moments.
Ewario. Hey.
When you ask us, so what happened? Thank you for asking me. ATM debited. So I can just see you if oh my God, and I don't know you, and then I'm behind you on the queue. You were here.
I'm on me. Sherry.
You were here.
You know why I can relate? Because this actually happened to me. I went to Abeokuta at a particular bank. I went to withdraw money from another bank that is not my bank, from the ATM, and then they debited me without giving me money, and it took me like almost 1 year to recover my. So I can do it. I can hold the person.
And you'll be looking for witnesses. Like, hey, somebody come and help me here to this
because I could not even understand. It was not 5,000, it was not 10,000. So I'm like, so did I work for these people? They will now chop my money. No.
You were here. You saw that money did not come out too.
So when they ask you, anyway, moving on to the next tweet.
It's your drama.
All right, so this is me, very guilty of this one. And Kelly tweeted, active 3 minutes ago, that you see that on Instagram. Low-key hurts when you send the message 4 hours ago. So I sent you a message maybe 4 hours ago, and I can see that you're active. OJ does this. That's why he's smiling.
Me?
And you're active. You're online.
I'm selectively available.
I'm still on red. Yeah. This is me because it's so painful, and it's happened to me as well because I do it. So you see, so Honeypots is active.
I have to remove that thing.
My DM this person.
Well, I even have to remove that thing.
Please help me remove that thing, please.
So the thing is, it's not even so deep. There are times that maybe the person saw it, but the person quickly, maybe in the midst
want
of
to quickly
other
do
things,
something.
like,
I'll see you later.
Because that happened to me.
Yes.
You know that tweet I showed you, the Instagram message I showed you, the DM I showed you this morning. And, you know, when I saw, before I replied, I was doing stuff.
Yeah.
But it took me some time. I'd read it. The person would have seen. But then I was doing other things.
Okay.
Not to say that. So sometimes I think that we should just cut people some slack. I think we should just, I mean, it's not that deep.
Okay.
But some people
But
are
when it's your crush,
intentional.
you cannot just cut the person's slack.
Say, hey, what's
I'm ugly. He does not like me.
There's one girl. Let's just move on.
What? Tell us the story.
Let's
This
just
is the
move on. It's
corner for
Tweetville, not OJ's lifestyle.
Oh, yeah?
We'll still get that story.
Oh, yeah, it's you. All right, so Copy tweeted. Copy. She just walks into these things.
Maybe she's the one.
Right. Oh, maybe she's the one here at the end. So she tweeted, being rich is having money. Being wealthy is having time. Hashtag 2020 vision. And then a Procodoctor now replied, heading to the car park to buy a car with this 10:45 p.m. that I'm not using again. Because you're like, being wealthy is having time.
I am telling you.
Well, you have money, you copy, and you are tweeting this thing. She was like, oh, okay. Let me please.
45 p.m.
I want to buy your car. Oh, okay, how much do you have? 10:45 p.m.
Yeah,
Like,
I have time.
since she said time is being I was like, wow. It took me a minute to get this at first, and I was like, wow. People
Just
are moving.
wow.
Just wow.
Can people just even read the copy?
Can you?
But
When you
why
tweet
we
things
should
like
be
that,
tweeting?
your father is
The thing is, I understand that she's coming from like a deep side, like trying to.
She a
But people
motivation.
won't even have this. Like, no. Don't tell us what is not.
Tell us, you have money.
You have money. Don't. It shouldn't be coming from you.
Say time is wealth. Benny.
Oh, Benny, give me 10:45 p.m. for this car. All right, Tunde Ademuyiwa tweeted, no one cuts a call faster than a toddler watching YouTube on a phone he didn't buy. I love this.
See the baby's face. Like, oh, please.
I need to go back to watching my Peppa Pig or whatever they watch. Like,
Shag, do. Mommy.
0K in the world. Is that on my phone ringing? But God,
I have a gist.
Wow.
So, I mean, related to this,
Okay.
I'm going to gist you later. You know
Okay.
how you're snooping on somebody's phone in the middle of the night and the person moves like this?
Wait.
Wait,
No, This
Middle
is not
of
my
the
gist.
night.
This is not even my gist.
Honeypot.
This
Somebody's
is not even my
phone.
gist.
Snoop.
I am
At night.
The person now.
There are a few keywords.
Satan, leave me alone.
January.
I am saying that this is not even my gist, guys.
Right.
Okay.
I think we have one more. I will come and hear that thing. Snooping at night, somebody else's phone. Those three things are key in any statement, and we'll get this gist.
A nice one.
That's the third thing you're telling us. Akin Joshua tweeted, I attended listen attentively, guys. I attended a crusade in Warri, and someone touched my shoulder and said, you will walk. I didn't bother because I knew I was not lame, right? So, of course, I'll walk. After the crusade, I touched my pocket, and I couldn't find my wallet, which had my transport money. Brothers and sisters, I walked.
I saw this thing, oh.
And I walked to my house.
Guess what?
Because they took my wallet.
Guess what? When you are at that crusade and that person, it does not make sense to you. But that person knows what he's saying, that you will walk. And you will walk.
You heard you're like, all these fake,
Like,
fake
go
prophets.
with
I have like, which you
Kill
walk, are you
some.
telling me? No. You know when you internalize
That's
the
what I'm
prophecy,
saying you.
and then you don't see it here, but in the future you see the prophecy. That's what's happening.
Only
And this
worry.
person said that I will walk.
told me, they told me.
Oh.
Only worry.
Only worry, yeah. I think that's all we have on Tweetville. Really? Yes.
Oh, so
Sorry,
sweet.
guys. Every day it's not Christmas.
So sweet.
Watch again tomorrow if you want more.
Let them know.
Oh, sweet angel.
Oh, please. Thank you very much for Ladile. Yeah. Thank you very much for Ladile. The fun continues after this break. In the meantime, enjoy some good music. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. This is Entertainment Splash, in case you're just joining us for the first time. And, of course, my name is OJ. Onipot is in the building. Falade is in the building.
You are too proud.
If I'm not proud, who will?
Be.
Right about now, it's time to chew it off. In a minute or less, one of us will vent about what's currently bothering her. Because I'm still good, it's too early to be bothered.
So this thing can go off my table?
But then what's your problem?
I know.
Your most recent problem.
Okay, thank you very much, Honeypot. So Arike kind of touched on this yesterday. So my rant is a slightly different dimension to it, but it's about, and there's a tendency for people online to feel like, these feminist people are shouting again and all that. I think so it was Chimamanda Adichie who first raised it about how, I think it was her, yeah, about how people say, oh, you are supporting your wife with the child, or you're helping her with bathing the child, whereas you made the child together. So it's not a case of like it's that we've made this child together. So we should find a way to make responsibilities, equal weight. And so I was having a conversation with someone who was saying how she kind of doesn't like, there's a husband she knows and she kind of doesn't like, or there's a father she knows and she doesn't like how, she just feels like he just kind of leaves the responsibility of taking care of the children. Fine, he provides. Fine, he pays the fees and all that. But when it comes down to helping around the house, because women do go through way more. And, men have so when people also talk about the struggles of women, it's not to say that men should be put down, but, women have been oppressed and suppressed for a long time. And women do have stuff that they go through. And so you hear about, I was talking to a mom friend the other day and she was saying how, she has 2 kids now. She was saying how, oh my gosh, people never talk about these things, but she's having a hard time raising her hand because her last child is so heavy, like carrying him and stuff. And, she would wish there was a bit more participation, here and there with the husband and stuff. So, yeah, I just think that fathers should do better. So you might think that you're doing your best in terms of providing fees and all that, but find a way to, make sure that you check on your wife every now and then and say, are you doing good? Is there anywhere that you don't think that I'm doing enough? What can I do to help out? And I think women should also do that in terms of even providing. So if you have a decent enough job as well, of course, there's nothing that stops you from picking bills here and there.
I totally agree with you, Foladile. I am not a feminist before you start thinking that, but I totally agree, on that because, there are so many things that, and we have fantastic fathers too, because yes, I know they might not be like, you don't have like a lot of them like that, but then there are so many fantastic, fathers. I know of a particular father who knows the price of everything, and gets everything for the home, and the wife does not even know the price of pencil or Maggie or anything like that, and all that. But then I really do agree with you.
So figuring out who takes what. So it's not about roles. Well, it's about roles, I guess, but figuring out, who does what in the house. Yeah, that's my rant.
And to even help the women too at home so many times, because you said somebody was complaining about her arm, that she's finding it's very hard to raise. So many times these days you see that there are a lot of things that can actually make you or help you to die.
Yes.
So something like, oh, you have to pound the yam, and there are easy ways. And you go outside, you eat pounded yam in other people's houses and all that. I'm not saying that you should not eat what you have, but there are people who can actually make this for you. But you say, you're my wife. What is your
working life? Pound this yam.
My chest should now become flat because of.
No, I think that they say that's when you pound an empty. Okay, I'm done. OJ, contribution?
Like I said yesterday, we appreciate you all.
Thank you so much, sir.
I would do better. Shout outs to amazing dads, though. Yes. And shout outs to amazing moms as well. Yeah. All right.
Moving on. Right about now, it's time for a quick recap of the entertainment news. And of course, we started with this one. Shaggy turns down feature on Rihanna's yet-to-be-released album.
Rishi. Lil Wayne wants to visit Nigeria.
To come and cash out.
That's somebody that says she should. Anyway, former stripper sues producers of Jennifer Lopez's movie Hustlers.
All right, let us know you're watching the show by calling us on the numbers on the screen and tweeting to us at TVC Connect with the hashtag #IsSplashOnTVC. We're on Instagram too with the same handle. See you soon for the Daily Show. Bye!
And if una no give her to me, I
Jam.
go vex.
Jam.
And when I vex, all of una go regret.
Back when the camera had to be like up close, like I'm warning you, like
No,
I'm
for that
telling you.
song, it even had to
telling
be.
it had to be.
I mean, if that camera was far away and that person was saying,
You don't get the
I,
message.
I would call the director out.
But I don't get to the message.
Come. All right, guys, well, come closer because it is time for Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey. All right, guys, on today's Top 5, we are taking a look at 5 household items from way back. I'm sure almost every household at one point or another had at least 3 of these items on our list. These items were so epic that some of them actually should be preserved in our museums. Honestly, guys, they were that special. The list will certainly bring back some memories. So let's get right down to it. Number 1. The lantern, yes. This was a must-have in most homes, popularly known by the Yorubas as atupa. The typical lantern was kerosene-powered and had glass covering the flame. Many of us might have grumbled as children when we were sent on errands to go buy kerosene during our playtime in preparation for the night. But looking back, I'm sure we now understand the wisdom in that. Yes, so that when night reach, you will not now be looking for kerosene. So you go earlier. Interrupt your play for the sake of the lantern.
You see,
What is the problem, honey?
this lantern.
Oh my goodness.
See the color because they now grew to start painting it blue at some point.
Yeah.
And red, that red, that
And
one
green.
wasn't
Yes.
so popular, and then the green,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There were different colors at some point. But of
Because
course,
this
the epic-
one, we used it interchangeably with the real atupa that you just put oil
Yes.
inside something and then it comes up like this. So somebody, please do not go on IG to ask me if I was born in that era. No, don't. Because somebody was asking me the other time with my YouTube, video that I did the other time. That were you born in that era? If I hear,
It's good. You should be flattered. They're saying you're like 10 years old. That's fine.
And it's crazy. In my own household, we had the one that was supposed to be in the parlor, the
Yeah.
one that's supposed to be in
In the kitchen,
room,
in
one
the
that's supposed to be
room.
in
Yeah,
person's
yeah,
room.
yeah.
And they will now call you later to wash. That's the glass.
Yes.
this,
yeah,
Gas cleaner.
And when you clean it,
like to shine everywhere will be bright.
everywhere will be bright. You'll see the difference between when it was dirty
Yeah,
and when
yeah.
it's not clean.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's just move on to the next one on our list, mosquito coil. Yes, this mosquito repelling incense had such a strong smell, but was incredibly effective at keeping insects away. The coil was usually held at the center of the spiral, suspending it in the air. I know they still sell this in some areas, but it looks like the invention of insecticide sprays pushed the coil into extinction.
Exactly, guys. Exactly.
No,
And
we
you know,
never used this one. We're too.
and you know what? Are you minding him?
We were too.
And you know how when they now invent stuff that you can use, then our parents will now start seeing the faults in the other things.
Yes.
Like, you know that the lantern, when you
smell.
throw it, it can catch fire, it can, and they will now start saying, they'll say, this is very dangerous, so don't use it. So because you know when it triples on something and then
burn.
they burn your clothes and the whole house will now be burned.
And then I was even reading that the flames from it are not good for your health. Blah, blah. This call was too, it was too stressful for me. I just found it to be like so deep to like,
Put it on the
the-
stand. Put it on the
so
stand.
I was so happy when sprays came. It's okay. Mosquito will be gone. Be gone.
And then the repellent that you could use on
Yeah,
your body.
on your body as well.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
exactly.
I never even trusted in that.
Abio.
Trust me now. Typical
African
Nigerian.
mosquito.
I'm telling
Nigerian
you.
mosquito.
In fact.
I will wear and still spray
Yeah,
your
but that
life.
reminds me that I have to buy, somebody can help me with that, Sha, because I've been hearing some noises in my ears. I don't know how they entered my room, but every night now I just...
You know how they entered your room. Is it not Nigeria we are in?
I just tired.
You think you're in the,
I have
you
nets
think you're in the
everywhere.
winter?
I have nets everywhere. Oh.
Excuse us.
In Nigeria.
Okay, let's move on, guys. Vintage telephones. Oh my gosh. Back when I'll call you, had to be the time specific, so I could be waiting by my land phone because there were no mobile phones to carry around. Is it just me who thought telephone were so cool, because they made dialing fun? You don't just press buttons. There was an art to it.
Yeah,
all those dialing
this
ones.
used to intrigue my soul. Oh my gosh, you guys.
I loved it. I
Those
loved it.
dialing ones.
I was like, yes.
You now do like an expert. You
Yes.
just sit down.
No, I was not an expert. I did press.
7, 3. Shout out to technology, by the way.
Yeah.
And how we tapped this.
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine in those days, aside using these ones, that there were people that were coming to our house. Daddy, can you come back by me? It's 4 o'clock. Mama,
not everybody had
Mama,
it.
be going to your house. We
Mommy
want to.
had it because you guys have the land.
Then I already told my babe then in school that this is the time you should call me because my daddy and mommy will not hear our conversation. Then mommy Kini wants to come and pick her own.
Wow. But I love it, the evolution. So this one and then the normal
the
press,
normal daily
and then
ones.
we started to get to mobile phones much later. All right, the number 4 household item we're taking a look at today, the candle holder. Yes.
Never used this one.
You never did?
Nah.
Okay, we'll talk about it, OJ. The candle holder was a more important household item than many realized, and it had to be handled with care. Yes, if you couldn't afford a candle holder, though, then you probably did what many of us did by converting a milk or coffee tin to one. Amen?
Amen. So we did not have a holder, but
Yes,
we
so
used
DVD.
we used what's that, broken
Yeah,
plate
or a little
what's that,
bowl
the
or a
bowl
little,
or
like,
something.
yeah.
So there was a
Creativity.
way to just improvise at the end of the day. Like,
the
wow,
wax
life
will
was
point
easy,
sideways.
right? And nobody was comparing. Well, maybe there were still comparisons then. But
It's only that deep.
What will you compare? There's nothing to
You're using that to buy. Do you have light? I don't have light.
It was the invention of stuff, and some people will now quickly get it. So in Debola's house, they can now have color TV, and you used to be using. So you'll be.
Or you were closing your TV. You were closing it.
We were closing my TV, and my TV was large. And
you-
maybe they knew that I was short-sighted from, like, I had
From small.
eye problems. So when I went to people's house and they had small television, I couldn't see properly because that large one was the one that could all-encompassing. Like,
Debola is already on
Remote.
Remote.
And your own is pa. Pa. Pa.
and we loved it.
UHF. Pa.
Because guys, see, a friend got in touch with me and I was like, okay, so I think that in our store we still had the old school radio. And so my friend was desperate, like, oh, please, I'll pay for it. Guess what? I got to our store and I was like, it's that book that we've thrown away.
Antique. Anyways, wrapping up our daily top 5. Yes, number 5 on our list, touchlights. Not just any touchlight. That silver one.
And we
was
call it touchlight.
epic. Yes, that silver one was epic. You had it, your neighbor had it, your church member had it. Can we also talk about how it was, the brightness could completely light up? It was more bright than some car headlights, thanks to the big batteries used in powering it. Some would also say the touchlight was also a weapon of mass destruction, because some parents used it as a tool for discipline. Man, our childhood definitely had epic memories thanks to these items. Like if you vex, see, the way they
Anything
would throw it,
inside.
and you can still pick everything up and just arrange your touchlight back.
And boarding
I
house,
said you should bring something for me. Ah!
boarding house
Bring
made
it
you
back.
have exclusive touchlight to you. And it was not only the silver one, there was one plastic one that was blue like this, like, you know,
Yes.
that
Yes,
one
yes,
with,
yes.
you remember
Yeah,
the white,
yeah,
that particular
yeah.
one with white,
White
you
side.
understand, you remember. And then we had some very slim ones in this metal
Silver
thing,
too.
silver, you know.
They tried
it
to.
was-
That's what children.
They tried to touch
and
them
I'm
up
going to
over
make a
time. and
confession, like quickly today. So when I was in secondary school, there was this girl who had her touchlights intact, and my touchlight, the
stole
bulb was
it.
out, and so I changed it. And so she asked me what went wrong because I lied. I'm sorry.
Wow. And for those of you that are watching, say it's not touchlight, it's touch. That's your business, and that's for your pocket.
touchlight.
Because throughout our time, it's touchlight.
Touchlight.
Okay. God bless.
Oh, really?
So-
Are there people like that?
So
Yes,
you
so-
stole, senior.
Senior thief.
Wow.
Let's be
She's
going.
watching-
my
she's
mate.
watching you now.
She has relocated. She's not even in Nigeria.
Sit online. TV
Ladies
Connect.
and gentlemen, away from thieving seniors. We'll take a break
No,
now.
I was not a senior.
Away from thieving students.
Yeah.
We'll take a break now. We'll be right back with our guest. Stick around, guys.
Yes, thank you so much for staying here with us. And it is that time when we will bring our guest, you know, on the couch with us. So this afternoon, our guest is one of the most popular beat makers in the 2000s. Yes, he's an audio engineer, music producer, and I'm talking about ace producer, one and only K Solo.
Please make an offer.
Give them best. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Welcome.
Can't the body here.
He was
Me
very
mo
neat.
gbe wa me mo wa ngbe what is that abi. Hi there.
Hello, my darling.
How you doing? What do you want me to say?
Yeah. No, dance, so okay, so you have to dance more because no, stand and dance. You cannot sit down. You will dance before you leave this place.
It's January, we have to be very serious. So.
Where is it written?
I don't know where it's written.
We
No.
have to be very serious.
And you're the one who said in one interview that you don't follow time, like
No.
God, that, you know.
But this January, we have to be serious.
Oh, you follow this one, yeah?
Fear of God.
Welcome to the show.
How far? What's happening?
We're good. And
Good.
I mean, I'm sure you were just, because you've been around for a bit, and I'm sure you were just watching all the videos and you're like, God, we've come a long way, because you were one of the guys who really, really put a lot of our guys on the map. I mean, Timaya, the albums that you worked on, Clever J, all these guys, your names are on their credits for their in their careers, and it's amazing what you've done. And so, what can you say about, you know, how far we've come? What can you say? But it's really a conversation with us. We're your people now. It's not nothing serious, so don't worry about taboing and all that. But yes, yeah, you're lounging. Kuku lie down on the floor. But yeah, no, but what can you say about the growth of the industry, especially when you consider where we're coming from to here?
Okay, it's gone bigger, and actually I would say it's a good time now because everything is liked, it's easier. You know, for likes of you know, she's just a few years old in the industry. And you can see on the screen. You understand?
So you know what actually happened there?
Oh, please, can I?
I wanted to mention my real name.
Please, don't mind that. Continue.
You know, it's good. Like, likes of her now, she can be on the front of the screen. It's a good one. You understand? But when we started, there was no time. Yeah. We had to go through the, you know, what we call direct marketing for you to know us. But now it's easy. You can speak good accent and get on TV right now.
Hell, Shedo.
We speak. You won't you can't sit down here. So things are actually metamorphosed. It's better now. The internet has helped the industry grow, you know, and it's big, it's nice. But the problem is the fact that these guys do not know what is right to do. They're only wasting this avenue. You know, you hear a song today and the next day is gone, you know. No idea. Let me just give you somebody. Don't mind me if the person is watching me. He called me, he's an artist, Brahman, and I'm like, bro, you know, I just signed an artist. I shot the video for him. He worked with one of the two of the best producers in Nigeria. I said, fine, okay, what's the next thing? I shot this video. He's on can I mention MTV? You know, he's on these big satellite stations and all that. And please, what do I do next? Like, please, just tell me one thing I can do. And I said, you guys you've been following this same step. It's not working. It's not like that. There's so much to do. And I told him, you know what? If you want me to tell you what to do next, pay me. Then I'll tell you what to do next. So, but you know, they always believe that's the step. Get a video, you know, plug it in big stations like this, you know, and the artist is already a star. It's much more than that.
You're thinking that you're saying that you're not milking that opportunity, or
they have access to.
What they have access
They are not. They are not. Because
can you just, I know we have to pay for it, but can you just give us one of the things that you think artists should be doing that they're not doing right now?
Okay. A lot of them feel getting this buzz, this news is one of what they need. Good is fine, but that's not what you need. Because, you know, when it gets to a particular point, you can't even hold it yourself any longer. You know, I'm Naira Marley and you're a rugged man, and you're throwing words of toy trance at me, and it's going viral. It got so big that put me in trouble. True. You get? If there was no trance between rugged and Naira Marley, it wouldn't have been very big for this what they call them, for artists to get involved in it, you know. So there's some things we do not manage the right way. You see a young producer who's starting today is buying Instagram likes, buying followers, is buying this and buying that, and you say, you know, but you check my DM, you see many of them, no disrespect.
But it's working for them because they're in the news.
It's working for them.
Yeah, they're in the news.
Okay, they're in the news, but in the real sense of it, who are this fan base? Who are they? Are they real people? Are they not just not numbers? You get what I'm saying? So, but you see a lot of them will still come to DM, bros, please let me put up this post now, you know? And then you look at you, and I see you have 3 million followers. And by the time if you are checking your likes, you already have less than
22.
Less than 2,000 for likes or something. This is why those 1 million I did there or something. Yeah. You know, so these are the things a lot of them are making you look like what you said is bringing them to the limelight. Now you've gone to the limelight. What makes you stand is the material. Once your materials is not standing the test, then you're wasting your time.
Okay. You started with this earlier. You started with this earlier.
1, 2, 3.
No, you said so much, and like, welcome here.
Yes, as an OG in the game, you talked about how people just drop songs, and before you know, people have moved on from that song. Why do you think that's like a regular thing right now in the Nigerian music scene?
Okay, let me give you an example. Burna Boy. Burna Boy started when nobody wanted to listen to him.
Yes.
He kept on to what he was doing. Today is your caller, beacon everywhere now.
Okay, should we say Burna Boy switch sounds?
He didn't switch.
Burna Boy was doing reggae.
What it still does is
Dancehall.
reggae.
He still does, but
That's
then
what
there's
it
a
is.
lot
Little
of,
bit of
but there's-
Afro.
There's more
That's
Afro beats in it.
Yes,
now.
but when you hear him sing, that's what they still sing. It's just like it's like an R. Kelly. When R. Kelly did the Chocolate Factory album, you know, and he still did Burn It Up.
Yeah.
You still
Right,
feel
right,
it.
right. So he still has that his reggae flavor on Afro beats.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but for the new boys right now, it's fine. I like the Zanko. I like everything that's happening right now, you know. But the problem is,
No, because
you
people
guys
say-
are the problem.
And I'm so sorry, Honeypot, because he has called us out before, and I'll come to
I'm
that.
gonna
I'm
call
ready
you out
for it.
again.
He has called us out. I'm coming for that. But before we get to that, even back then, even though we talk about how there were evergreen songs, there were still songs that people just did, like maybe a party song or a vibe song. Even the guys that we rate from way back, even the Sirs,
Yeah.
the Shina Peters, and all these people. So, is it about, what do you think makes the song just fizzle away tomorrow? Is it the lyrical content? Is it the kind of beats that they're using? What is it that you feel makes people just move on?
Most times it's the content. Because, you know, music productions are same worldwide.
Right.
It's only your idea towards it or your creativity you're adding into it. The progressions are the same thing, the same kit,
Yes.
the same tones, you get what I'm saying? So it's your content that matters at the end of it. Sorry, I won't mention them again. Yesterday I was listening to a song Bisola did. Bisola from BBN,
brother.
you know, and I listened to it and I was sleeping. I was like, is that Niniola's new song?
Oh, wow.
The sound, the delivery, the vibes, same. It's just too close. For me, I felt she was more better. She was more fluent than Nini. You get, but there was so much of that in it. And if you see the top and sit down and you say, hey, I didn't get the content from you, this one is my own. No.
Right.
But the point is, these things are working together. So we should take our time. Why do you think Asha will go for 6-8 months and come back? And she still sells out. And she still closed down everywhere.
Because she's not in Nigeria.
It's not because she's not in Nigeria. It's because she has chose the kind of content she wants to sell. And the content she's selling is not a cheap content that a young boy from nowhere can just drop into it and say, please give me that kind of sound.
Okay. Honeypot, you wanted to say something?
Okay, I have like.
Don't worry. We have plenty.
I don't know whether we have like the time to take all.
Yes,
of
Solo, I'm
this.
coming for you.
I mean,
I'm coming back for
so,
you.
okay, Solo. I read somewhere where you said that there is a cabal in the industry, and somebody said that before. I think it was Blackface on the show who said that there was cabal, and well, I don't know what this cabal is all about because
It's a dead cabal.
Okay.
The cabal used to exist, but it died 2018.
Okay.
It's a cabal whereby you see some set of artists. For example, I'm going to talk about radio.
I trust you.
You listen to a particular radio station. They play one same set of artists every day. And you ask them, do we only have 4 artists in Nigeria?
But those songs are popping.
It's not about being popping. The point is, there's an avenue for me to be here today. And I'm sure some other days you have some artists that are not big.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Chip into those avenues. Don't sell your birthright, A lot of you guys do a lot of things outside being on TV, But those ones who have nothing to do, I think it's high time you guys need to fire yourself arrows because those splash is eating on you. Because I say, okay, good, it's fine for a label to pay you, like, please, push, help me support this, it's called honorarium, But why would a young artist that has this talent, have you found out that artists that have talents, they don't have labels? It's the ones that are dumb that have labels. It's that they're actually doing Yahoo or whichever, So, but these ones come to this station and they're like, okay, on the pot for this week, for playing my song, I want to be, how many guys do you have in the TV right now? Okay, I want to buy iPhone 11 for everybody.
Where are they?
I'm saying, then you shut this station down with that song. But between me and you, behind the room, you know that song content is zero.
Right.
So this is one of the problems, and that's why I'm stepping it back to you guys as the problem.
May we not be
And
the
you too,
problem?
you said you were talking about the you're talking about, and you were talking about, and the songs are popping. Yes, they are popping. Yes, they are popping. But the point is this: when you forget there was a time you overplayed P Square, the industry messed P Square up.
Right. Yes, I remember that.
You guys didn't allow them breathe. Once the song is dropping today, tomorrow you're already calling him. Have any new song, please? We don't want to chop down or finish now.
Yes, the pressure that we put on artists.
Okay, Solo.
Wait, do you mind giving us some names of people in this cabal?
Why would I give names?
Wait first,
One
but
thing I know that's the cabal that has failed. Hopefully, is Olisa. Olisa held that cabal on the island. They call them island artists, and they call we mainland artists. But you know the funny thing? From this, where he started that stuff was when I brought Timaya in the first place. He refused to play Timaya's job. He was the first one that gave it to you. He refused it. There was only one DJ that plays on the mainland. His name is DJ Bombastic. Yeah. Bombastic alone held that song down and Alaba. And at the long run, I received the call one day, please can Timaya be on our show? We turned it down. You get what I'm saying? So they built that island thing, you know, but you know the funny thing? If you can call your island thing, this, our mainland boy, let me call for my small boy, small doctor, is messing them up. And it's still in the mainland. So it's enough we need to kill this cabal thing. Let's help this industry go. Gone are the days when you see OAP say, I broke this song. Now nobody's breaking any song again. They're hungry.
Right. Okay, I love what you're saying, and I'm sure there are a lot of street artists right now, or mainland artists watching right now, and they're like, oh my gosh, K-Solo, you are speaking, you are preaching. So it's great. So let's throw it back a little because
what are you talking about mainland? Didn't Tiwa Savage come do song with our mainland?
Yes.
Okay,
wait
so
now.
Let's go on now.
So let's because we've been talking quite a lot, and let's break it down for those who are like, who is K-Solo? Maybe they born them yesterday.
They need to know. Don't worry,
they must know. So guys, let's throw it back to this Timaya song, which of course K-Solo produced. Damn Mama, check this out.
Thank you guys for staying with us. Of course, we still have K-Solo right here. Ace producer, K-Solo. I mean, you just don't call his name like that.
Yes, so.
K-Solo, you produced that song.
Yes.
And you said that you'd never, ever work with a Timaya again.
When did I say that?
That's when they were fighting.
So,
it
was everywhere. And have you changed your mind?
Was that on tape? Or
it's everywhere on the internet.
Or one of your bloggers.
It was everywhere on the internet.
Okay, one of your bloggers said so to Abi.
Your bloggers. No, anyway, what
you never said
now
that.
is...
Say it.
Okay.
I didn't say it.
So would you still work with Timaya now, of course? Now that
We've
you're
been
cool
working.
now. Yes, ahead.
Okay, so now you said that at that point that you were broke. Maybe one of the bloggers took that again. I don't know. You are rich right now.
When I was broke.
Are you rich?
That's another thing bloggers wrote too. I saw that headline, my brother.
So you were broke that time that you were making hits like...
Okay, when I was going through story.
Yes.
We're all broke now.
But you are rich right now.
I'm not rich, I'm still looking for money.
Okay, so I know that you are one person who likes to work with people because I see that you try to work with producers up and coming producers, like teach them some stuff and all that. And I know that it is one thing that at the moment maybe you are still working on. You want to touch on that?
Okay,
are people responding to that? You know how these days people think that once they produce one thing and they are out there, you are not my.
That's the problem. That's always a problem. You know, it's actually what it's like a masterclass I'm doing.
Okay.
You know, because I've a lot has gone through my tutelage from Terry G to Mastercraft. So many boys, you know. So, but I feel they are big now. Our sound is going viral, going big in the world. So, and one major issue we have is sound. Our sound, compare our sound to Ghana sound. Sound from Ghana sound cleaner and crystal more than ours. Only few of our engineers are able to get that right, you know. But these few engineers who have been able to get that right are very big, and you cannot access them easily. But these young boys that actually put out materials on a daily don't have time to go for those guys.
Yes.
Like Frostazino takes his time to go a good mix. You know, but they don't have that time. So they want to just release this sound. And those sounds are coming out and they're moving, but with a bad quality. You know, so this is just a tip to spread around to a few of them. I know a lot of my friends don't like this. You know, they're always like, okay, it's business, you know, but the point is this. When you've gotten to a particular height in your life, I always tell people, accept defeat. Accept defeat not because you don't know what you're doing. Accept defeat to remap yourself and replan yourself and see what you can be, how better you can be, or add what you have in your head to people instead of just dying with whatever you have.
Talking about your career and what you just said. And I touched on it when I was asking you the question, how people think that, oh, you were there, you're no more popping, or they think they use the word dead for people's career, or they're not relevant any longer. So you see, we hear this every time, and perhaps maybe the media would know that we just sit back and smile and say that we know that there is time and season for everything. Like people would always come, other people would always come. So I don't know what you have to say on this, especially when people think that.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example with OAPs. Like somebody's talking about Tools
Don't call
and
me
say
out.
Tools is not popping and Moet is popping. Are you dumb?
What kind of
Yeah, because you had an interesting
I'm
analogy
just
about you and
just
Don
giving you
Jazzy.
something very typical, similar to that. You understand? I have passed a particular boundary in the industry. I am not chasing after a name. I'm not chasing after artists. The question is between me and you young boys that produce it, outside the ones that I know, one-on-one, these artists don't pay you.
Right.
They're broke. They come and say, Joe, I beg, I'll give you hype, I'll give you hype. But at the end of the day, you don't know, it doesn't put food on the table. I'm a full-blown responsible man, and I have bills to pay.
Yeah.
So I can't sit down with your bros, please come and help me. I help guys, though. We still do it, you get. But I don't sit down for that. I make money from commercials. I make money from, recently like, I had an endorsement with not a Nigerian company. It's a rum company in Colorado. But if my boys have this, they probably will blow it up to the air. I don't need it.
Yes.
You understand? That's how far I've grown myself in the industry that, it's not as much as they want to sell these things. Once you're able to power your name and get to that point, please get money.
Okay.
Right now, for example, Olamide, at the time it was everywhere, Olamide. I can bet that he's not making money like he's making right now. He's making more now than then.
Angle for people who think
Because
normally
that
are
if
taking
your
over
name
the
is not
streets.
everywhere, you're not making money.
Right. Okay.
Many times when we're making money, when the name was everywhere, we'll buy CDs, like Samantha CDs, and on the road, guys will say, Baba, give us money. Would you give them CD? There's no money to give.
Right.
You get? There's no money to give, but even driving here, I know how much I spent.
Okay, now. So you spoke about. So you touched on Ghana, and there's something interesting. There's an interesting conversation we've been having about it that I would like to get your thoughts on. So Fuse ODG talked about it, and then Dami Crane also said it about how when you go clubbing in Ghana, for example, most of the songs being played are Nigerian songs. And that, why don't you just infuse more of our, artists into that? Why are our own DJs, as in Ghanaian DJs, are only playing Nigerian songs? What do you think about that?
Because you just said that their own, their beats are crisp.
Exactly why I asked.
They're mixing.
Now, let me tell you where that is coming from.
Right.
Talk about social media. Nigeria is A.
Yep.
Nigerian boys, I know my boys that actually do hypes for and run pages of top actress in Ghana from Nigeria here. So we are top. So Nigerians have a way of forcing things on you. So when you're listening to a Nigerian radio in Ghana and you are getting requests from Nigerians on social media, please pay us, please pay us this. And when a Ghanaian is just in the hotel smoking and drinking, so what do you expect? So that has nothing to do with either they are actually doing that because of favorism, nothing like that. But it's because Nigerians are very active.
Right.
Ghanaians are not as active as Nigerian social media.
So Ghanaian artists need to be pushing their own
They
music
need
way
to
more.
push themselves out. That's the truth.
Right.
You can see, look at this boy from Tanzania.
Diamond Platinum.
Yeah.
You see his new song.
Oh boy.
That's to tell you that Nigerian has actually they shot that arrow into their zone.
Oh, like heavily influenced.
sampled food?
Food normally.
That's right.
And I think they're realizing that, and they're feeling the need to also collaborate with us more often. More Ghanaians are working with us, more East Africans.
Don't forget, like I said, I was
Revamping
talking
them.
about sound.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about music.
Right,
Okay.
right.
They have good music, they have great music. But it's sound I was talking about that we need to improve our sound.
Quality.
Our quality of our sound. Because at times you hear a song and you think this song is good, then take it outside Nigeria. Davido can probably will give more reference to this. Take it out, you will hear noise. You see this noise.
Wow.
Find a lot of them inside our sounds.
Wow.
But there's a way to kill them that most guys know, most those don't know. So that's what the masterclass is all about. Just to share the little ideas about what I have.
Okay, let's talk about production right now.
Yeah.
Production and royalties. We've seen producers these days. I can call Killer
North Boy,
Tunes,
North
Killer
Boy.
Tunes and North Boy having issue
Those
over
ones they just
Joro.
start.
Yeah.
They just start.
Why we thought we are growing and producers in Nigeria should be cool and they know what to do.
They should walk up to Don Jazzy. They should walk, if it was OJB was alive, they should walk up to OJB. They should walk up to Kabasa. And any one of them can walk up to me too as well. I tell them what to do. They're just making noise. Because you see what they're doing. I feel like it's just cloud chasing. Because it doesn't make sense. You know what to do. You own a property, then somebody wants to take your property and you're making noise. You're making noise. You know what to do. What to take them to the court?
Yeah.
Right, right.
See the one between Danny Young and Tiwa Savage.
Yes.
He was crashed out. You don't need to make noise.
So now, saying that you don't need to make noise, and we've always been talking about structure like forever, and it's almost like, yes, our music doing well, but we still don't have the structure.
Idea. Let's leave structure.
So, no, let's talk about...
Maybe when Buhari leaves, or maybe when we have the real person as a minister that will actually inculcate, that will see the music as not, will not see Nigerian artists as who you use as tools only when you want to do your campaigns. When you begin to see them that these are the people who actually sell the country in a sweeter way to the world, then you look at what we are making and how we are suffering and what needs to be done. Look at the time when we had Goodluck Jonathan. There was a particular amount of money that was released through Ben Bruce. Which one did we get? Please, you see, don't go there. If you start this one today, I'm sure your producer probably will give us till 3 o'clock.
So the structure is not even just within...
We don't have a structure.
It's like government.
We don't have a structure at all. So, but the only thing you can do for yourself is what we do for ourselves. Local government chairman, like you are. You fetch water for your house. You are the one who actually got the security for your house. You are the one who fixed lights for your house. So just be that for yourself.
Wow.
Guide against your intellectual property yourself. Nobody's ready to fight for you. When you have a problem, go look for a lawyer.
So if you have said that we are already doing that for ourselves, is there no way that individually, collectively, among the artists, among the producers, among
we used to have COSON. We used to have COSON. They had decided having problems. This one embezzled. This one, I said it used to because they're having problems. You know,
they've scattered it.
With if he's having a problem with Tony Okoroji, you know, they're having issues that Tony Okoroji took this amount of money that belongs to some artists. You know, these things are. I personally, we want them to take this thing to AFCC to get into it. I'm sure they're coming for them soon. So because we know some money that has been taken off everybody's head. But let's leave that aside. The point is this. Producer, if you want to know you're right, don't go on Twitter and do what is needful. Wizkid will pay you by the time they fry him. See, there's some things that's nothing to do with I know you, I don't know you. Once it's your right, you get it.
Kesolo, if I hear say you no come back, if I see, there are things I want to ask you that time is up,
no
so
time.
let me just behave.
Please, I want to say the last thing I want to say.
Is this not the last thing? The one about producers?
Please, you guys need to help the industry, please. This 2020, break people, break artists, break new brands. Let's make the industry sweet like it used to be. The industry is not sweet again. We're just saying the same thing all over and over. Please, let's look for a way to assist new acts. They are terrible beings, though. You understand? That makes us Nigerians, you know. But the point is this. Make sure the industry is sweet 2020. And for labels, fighting artists, please, bring a new one. Forget Kiss Daniel. You know?
Wow. Thank you so much, Kesolo.
Thank you.
Nice.
Much.
All right.
Much. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I take a selfie?
Yes, you can. You can.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. After breaking so many tables.
We have to go. Thank you very much, Kesolo, for coming through. Always great having Kesolo in the building.
I'm telling
Words
you.
of wisdom from the OG. Ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not OG, please.
Okay.
What are you?
OG that is still running things.
Maybe you
right now.
called me that's me. I just
You are
got
OG.
into. No, you are the OG. You said as I just got into this industry. It's fine. You are the OG.
We have to go.
Throwback Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, is done and dusted. We'll definitely catch you guys tomorrow. OJ signing out on a pod.
I thought OG
and of course,
signing out.
Poladile. And of course, Kesolo.
The OG
See you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, let's take our selfie.
Selfie time!
But how I go pass when I not fit rest?